Hey, everybody, we are going to talk Social Security today, specifically how over 3 million Americans are about to see their Social Security benefits go up, in some cases by over $1,000 a month. Before we dive in, please take a minute and check out the link you see on your screen, fool.com/Frankel. It's the best way to support this Social Security content I am doing on YouTube. You can get the top 10 stocks to buy right now for free from the Motley Fool. Again, fool.com/Frankel, and please click subscribe to my channel if you don't already. I cover Social Security very often, and I'd like you to keep up with all of my latest content. So we're going to dive right in. And what I'm talking about is something called the Social Security Fairness Act. I'm going to share my screen. So the Social Security Fairness Act, it was signed into law January 5th. So during the final weeks of the Biden administration, it is the law of the land now, and it will increase Social Security benefits for over 3.2 million people. So we're going to dive in and talk about what it means, who it applies to. So specifically, this does two things. It eliminates two rules that change the way certain Social Security benefits were calculated. They are known as the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, or GPO. Now, both of these provisions reduced benefits for workers who had what are called non-covered pensions. The Windfall Elimination Provision applied to retirees, and the government pension offset applied to things like survivors' benefits and spousal benefits, but they both essentially did the same thing. So in most cases, this refers to certain government employees who worked their entire career and had jobs who weren't covered under Social Security. In certain states, this applies to teachers. This is a lot of federal government employees that didn't pay into Social Security taxes, and for that reason, there's been this rule that changes the way that their benefits are calculated. Now, these workers will have their benefits calculated in the normal way based on their lifetime earnings, their 35 highest earning years, adjusted for inflation, used in the regular Social Security formula. And in all cases, everyone who is affected by the windfall elimination provision will see their benefits get higher under the normal method. So this law is retroactive. That's another really neat part about it. It applies to all benefits that have been paid after December 2023. So if you received any Social Security benefits in 2024, you would be entitled to the difference back between the new way to calculate your benefit and the old way. So, for example, if you were getting, I don't know, $1,200 a month, and under the new method, you're getting $1,500 a month, so a difference of $300, you could be owed $300 a month for the entire year of 2024, or a $3,600 lump sum back payment. So that's really, really encouraging for a lot of retirees who have gotten smaller Social Security checks than they otherwise would have. So how much more you will get, it depends on your situation. I mean, obviously, everyone had different earnings during their career. Everyone worked for a different number of years, worked for different calendar years. There's a lot of different variables here, different retirement ages, things like that. The average affected person is expected to get about $360 more per month. So that's over $4,000 a year in additional Social Security income. Some people will get $1,000 or even more every month added to their Social Security benefit because of this rule. So it can be a very lucrative change for a lot of retirees. It can seriously impact their quality of life. So a couple important things to know. Number one, not all state and local government employees qualify for this. Almost 3/4 of state and local government workers are in Social Security covered employment. When I was a high school teacher years ago, I was a state government employee, or actually I was a county government employee at that time, but I was covered in Social Security. Same thing when I taught at a community college. I was a state government employee in that job, and I was covered by Social Security. So this really applies to people who did not have to pay Social Security tax during their career. A lot of federal workers qualify for this, not so much state and local government, but there are some. It depends where you live and what your job was. Unfortunately, there is currently no time frame to get these benefit increases into effect. The Social Security Administration, obviously, it affects over 3 million people. It affects everybody differently. There are a lot of moving parts here. And not only that, but it's retroactive. So back payments have to be made. They need to look back at what someone's Social Security benefit was last year and figure it out. There's a lot, it's a complex change. So the Social Security Administration is working hard on this. They are finalizing their plan to implement this new law. And they do say right on their website that it could take more than 1 year, is how they put it, to fully adjust benefits and then make back payments based on this new law. So it could take some time before you actually see any money. But it's the law of the land. It is coming. Just bear with the Social Security Administration because it's not like you could flip a switch and get this done. There's a lot that needs to happen. Um, the rule changes apply to retirement benefits as well as other types of Social Security benefits, disability benefits, spousal benefits, and survivors benefits. If you've avoided applying for Social Security benefits because of the old rules, because the windfall elimination provision essentially made it so it wasn't worth applying for Social Security benefits, it might be a good idea to take a second look and see if you need to apply now. So hopefully you found that informative. Please leave me any questions you might have. I wish I had more answers for you, but there's not a lot we know at this time. This happened a month before the day I'm recording this, so there is some information out there, but not a ton yet, and it's going to be months and months, if not over a year, until this is fully implemented. But if your Social Security benefit had been artificially low because of these two rules that were just repealed, then you might be in for some relief. You just might have to be a little patient about it. Leave me any questions, and thanks for watching. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investments. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market more than 5 times. Go to fool.com/Frankel to get your 10 stock picks now. The Motley Fool Stock Advisor returns are 914% as of January 7th, 2025, and are measured against the S&P 500 returns of 174% as of January 7th, 2025.